Hi folks, and welcome back to my Greedfall Let's Play series. Greedfall's an RPG that recently came out, and I am playing through it and putting the videos up as Let's Play on YouTube. I am SilmarUK. I am a variety streamer, video content creator and blogger. You can find out more details of my content at silmaruk.net. But basically I live stream 3 times a week, put stuff up on YouTube, and I put blog articles up on my website. We are a little way into the beginning of Greedfall at the moment. We're still in the starting city, but we've nearly finished all of our side quests, so we're almost ready to go board the ship and actually go to Tier 3D and actually find out what's happening there. So without further ado, let us load up the game. So yes, we're trying to find some heretics who are hiding out that we're probably going to want to save. But I haven't made my mind up on that finally. We're also looking for a lost cabin boy. And we need to find a way to move some cargo through the port area. So basically, we can head off to Tier 3D at any point. We just tell the captain that we're ready to. But we want to finish these side quests. Right now, I'm focused on this one because I think as the heretics are in the port area, it might make this a bit easier, and it will certainly make it easier for me to persuade people to let us move our cargo without all the usual pleasantries. For Naughts being somewhat independent. Right, let's display. It's the heretics. Aha! Fontaine family house. We know that this merchant appears to have kidnapped the cabin boy. Why the merchant wanted to kidnap a cabin boy, we don't know. Make sure we're going the right way. Right. But it's what seems to have happened. Okay.
Might I help you, sir?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter, please.
Ooh. Okay. Nothing seems to be lootable. There we go. As you can see, the game is particularly pretty.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lord de Sade. And to what do I owe the honor of your visit, Excellency?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here, but perhaps I could be of help.
It concerns a delicate matter. We're looking for a missing cabin boy. According to witnesses, he had an argument with your husband before being taken.
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy you speak of was not taken. He has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
Okay, so we've got a better idea of what's going on, but is being kidnapped, it wasn't a pleasant affair for him. So I think we will speak about the altercation at the tavern.
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that your son had a fight with your husband, and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force. If he had joined your husband willingly...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these drunkards over a respectable family?
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it's their testimonies that have led me to your doorstep.
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had to carry him. A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
Uh-huh. How did you find your son?
How did you find your son's trail?
We have never stopped looking for him. We learned the new name they gave him, Jonas. My poor little Celestine. Then we learned the name of the ship he sailed on. No sooner had it docked in Serene than my husband had the crew watched closely, and we found him.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. You must understand why. Until the Naughts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact? It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Naughts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
What's the quest say? Disappearance amongst the Nor. Learn more about the Naught contracts.
Excuse me, madam, but I haven't quite finished my inquiry yet.
If you would be so courteous, I would like you to leave. I have told you all that I have to say.
Okay,
With
we
respect,
don't get to
my lady.
find out. We don't get to find out. Slightly disappointing, but fair enough. We had a choice to make, we made it. Right, so I imagine we go back to the docks. Yep. This looks fantastic still. I'm still loving it. Right. He's down there. Zones controlled by another faction. Certain places are forbidden to you. Faction will allow you to trick the guards. You can also try a stealth approach, but if the guards spot you, it will result in a violent response and damage your reputation. Okay. Here we go.
So,
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
we should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon. I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
Inquire on Madame
I
Fontaine.
spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy. She claims that her son was taken from her.
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract? But what kind of contract are we speaking of?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Naughts, some families cede more than gold. In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from Serene. But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small child. And ever since, he's been a Naught. Our ships are his home. We are his only family.
I see. We need to find out a bit more.
Be back soon, Captain.
You see anyone
Don't
else who
want to-
might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a Naughts?
Oh, how I would like my father to be implicated in this sordid business. Our old teacher must surely know what's going on here. Let's go talk to him.
Yeah.
Your Highness, I'm happy to see you. Your absence this morning worried both your father and me.
Come now, Sir de Corsilion. My father may have been angry, outraged, or disappointed, but he's never worried about me. I am
Oh
sad
dear.
to have caused you any worry, though. Would you believe that I was rotting away in a sinister jail, guarded by thugs ready to kill me? Though still seeing double from last night's drink, I was preparing an ingenious escape plan when... ta-da! My dear cousin jumped up out of nowhere and saved me. I'm quite the fairy tale damsel in distress.
You might have refrained from the company of bandits the night before such an important departure.
Take away the risk and halve the pleasure, de Corsilion. It is the salt of life.
I fear that some of my teachings have been misunderstood. But you wanted to ask me something, de Sade?
Right. We'll ask about the contract between the Nords and the
I've had a word
Fontaines.
with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. That rich family that lives near the docks. She told me a strange story about her son who was a cabin boy on our ship. She said that he was taken when he was a child due to some contract with the Nords.
Who was a cabin boy? Do you mean he's no longer one?
They took him back to bring him home.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. We need to do all we can to bring the boy back to his ship. Since time immemorial, there's always been a certain price to pay for the services of the Nords. Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they also require children to be offered in exchange. From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord, and certain noble families had to give their children up.
Ooh.
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son because of some agreement signed between my uncle and the Nords?
No. That pact ended a long time ago. This cabin boy couldn't have been a part of that contract. But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance, via ships.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange for wealth?
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it afterwards. But
Yeah.
that is of little importance. What counts most is that you bring the boy back to the Nords as quickly as possible. Breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us dearly. Our nation could feel it in its coffers.
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us.
Yeah. Yeah, it could. We need to discover where Jonas is detained. Back to the Fontaine house then. Ooh. Something we can loot. Thank you. Yep, this is the way. Ooh. What's this? Note to the attention of the servants. Alice, I would like you to prepare several meals and bring them to the warehouse we own on the canal. My husband will have to work there with his clerk and his men for a few days, so make sure there is enough food for everyone. And be discreet. We do not want other families to know about
This
what is
document
happening.
mentions another property. A warehouse.
That would be a great place to hide. Shall we take a peek?
Yes, indeed. Now, I'm kind of inclined to say that it's the boy himself that's got to make his decision. As much as what was done to him might be wrong, it's his future. Right. I think that we've seen this previously. I think that's the way to do it. I think trying to do this from the front isn't a viable prospect. Far too open. I happen to know from my previous explorations that it is possible to come round the back.
Here we are. Be careful. Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him.
A handful of underlings don't scare us away. Right, cousin?
No, no, no. Oh! Right. We have to find a way to 3 Jonas. Can we be... Oh!
To my help! And death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Darn! I screwed that up. Oh well. Take all of that.
So it's here that our man keeps his son. Abusive fathers.
I don't have the key.
Don't have lockpicking either. Lockpicking could certainly be a useful skill to start with. Well, we have no choice but to sneak around the rest of here. Try. Find the damn key.
To me, gods! Take no prisoners! To my help! And death to the others! Things are about to get dicey! Careful, Greenblood! You're wounded! They broke your armor! Be careful!
Oof. That was a bit hectic. I would really much rather we didn't have to do this. I'm sure it's going to cause all kinds of trouble. At the end of the day, the lad will make up his own mind. Uh-huh. Okay.
Who are you?
My name is de Sardet. I am legate of the congregation. Your captain has sent me to find you.
And were you able to convince my father to allow me to go free?
I'm extremely sorry to have to tell you this, Jonas. He preferred to fight to the death rather than allow you to leave. He left me no choice.
How tragic. The poor man. What madness overcame him? And the woman, my mother, she'll be all alone now.
You don't seem to be all that close to your parents.
I hadn't seen them since I was 5 years old. I barely remember them. They find me, capture me, and lock me up in this warehouse. Hard to grow close after all that. My family is the Naughts. I am sorry for my parents, but that is the way of it now. Can I go home?
Yes. You should still go and say farewell to your mother. Then find your way to the ship. I'll see you there.
I wish we hadn't had to do all of that. Oh, that's still lockpicking. Alright, let's see if there's anything else in here that we could use. What a mess. But if his father gave him away when he was 5 years old, wow. He's not the best of fathers. Plus, that looks really cool. The boy's made his own choice. Right. I think we want to stay away from his mother. I don't think she's going to be pleased to see us.
Sir,
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
we should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon. My cabin boy, Jonas, is back on ship. I have you to thank, I imagine.
You do. It's a rather sad affair, and though solved, leaves a broken family behind.
All we can do is plot a course. No one tells the wind what to do. I do thank you. I didn't think you'd go to so much trouble for a cabin boy. Your actions bring you honor.
Aha. Right. Let's try and collect on that.
I have a favor to ask before we leave.
I'm all ears.
We would like to load some merchandise into your ship's hold.
Impossible. You're too late for that. All merchandise must be registered at the Port Authority, and the formalities are long. So, unless you're asking me to turn smuggler and hide contraband on my vessel.
I wouldn't go that far. We're only talking about a few crates after all.
Well then, they'll have to wait. The next ship for New Serene leaves in a month.
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave today, the commander will have my hide.
Captain, I understand your position, but isn't there some way we can get these crates on board?
Listen here, I haven't forgotten what you did for our Jonas. I would gladly do you the favor, but my quartermaster is more stubborn than the tide. He is convinced that thugs want to use our vessel to bring who knows what aboard. And because of that, he's placed guards to watch over the registered merchandise before they're loaded up. All that I can do for you is to write your crates into the ship's manifest. If you manage to get them into the warehouse, they'll find their way into the ship's hold. And with the manifest, the crazy Gustavo won't see nothing but smoke. Please try and avoid roughing up those brave guards. They are my fellow Norts, after all.
Right then. There's no to
Be back soon, Captain.
So we were right. You help Jonas. You help yourself. So we want to go and see the heretics in the harbour, and we've also got to clear out the warehouse guards. Ooh. Okay. We have some points. Let us consider. All of those are viable. We have no attribute points. We have no talent points. Right. I think we want to continue doing that. We're going to need solid combat skills. Right. So let's save the game here. Okay. We can go and see the heretics. Or we can also... We've got to clear out the heretic. Okay, we've got to clear out the warehouse guards. Huh. I suppose one question I've got is, where might one get a Nort costume? Would any of these help me out? No, you're not going to say anything. Just wondering if any of the people who were Jonas's friends might assist. And alas, no. Okay. Let's take a moment to admire our ship. So it does seem as if the Norse have a pretty much a stranglehold over trade by sea. Right, sorry, I'm not going up there. So this is the Nort warehouses. I wonder. Oh, we're not being given an option there.
Captain, sir, we were given orders to wait here with the merchandise.
You're going to have to wait. We need to find a way to clear the access to the warehouse.
Right, cool. Oh, our door doesn't appear to be open. That's not open. Oh, wait a second. None of that's open. That's clearly not. Right. No, you're not going to talk to me. The Harbour Master's office. Okay, I reckon we can walk into the Harbour Master's office without causing any trouble. No, apparently we cannot. Right. That's the wrong warehouse. Okay, so it looks as if in between the warehouses we're all right. But in the warehouses we are not. Right, let's also check our... We've not... Is a sailor's coat a Naut costume? No, it isn't. It would say if it was. Ooh. Wow. Well, I don't have one of the requirements for the elegant pistol. Okay, so it kind of looks as if we can move between the warehouses. It's when we go into a warehouse that you have problems. Okay, there's no one around there.
If you wore a Naut uniform and you were able to keep your mark hidden from them, they might let us in, unless we just offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see where this is headed. If we drop a little soporific in their glasses, the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper ingredients, but it's doable.
Okay, you're talking. Prepare a drink laced with sleeping pills. I'm liking it. How do we do that though? Wait a sec, that might be the way in. Maybe this leads us to the Heretics. Because we've still got to clear out the warehouse guards. Yeah, here's our heretic.
Damnation! We've been found. I told you that the smuggler was not worthy of our trust.
The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into prison, but revealed to me your hiding place.
Oh, the traitor!
Have you come to deliver us to the Inquisition, then? Please, please, have pity on our souls. We have committed no crime. We are not heretics. We are nothing more than historians.
In that case, why is the ambassador of Thélème so concerned about your teachings? Why is the Inquisition looking for you, and why are you hiding?
Our only error was wanting to publish our work.
It's true. We presented our research, but it didn't please the censor. And here you have the result.
We fled all the way to Serene, thinking we would be safe. But the Inquisition wants to silence us so badly that they followed us here.
Ah. Their research.
Tell me more about your research. What about it is so horrifying that it would provoke such a fuss?
Our work concerned the teachings of St. Lucius.
The disciple of Saint Matthias? The one who returned to Thélème after traveling with his master?
The very same. His writing was carefully preserved, but never seriously studied.
With the discovery of Teofredi, we thought it crucial to take a look at the original text. We wanted to verify if this island could have been the faraway place that he spoke of. The Eden of Saint Matthias.
And? What did you find?
Teofredi is without any doubt the land that our Saint Matthias and his disciples went to. But the text that we discovered was radically different from what we expected to find.
Ooh.
In the original text, St. Lucius doesn't speak of an Eden, of the paradise of the illuminated. He speaks of a voice that came from the depths of the earth, which convinced St. Matthias to stay there.
It was written in black and white, and there is no doubt about it. The original was written in Lucius's own hand.
I understand now what that text has cost you. This voice from the depths sounds more the power of a demon than a saint.
The sacred texts are always difficult to interpret, but what is written is written.
Okay, what's your escape
Who were you
plan?
hoping would give you asylum?
We were hoping to reach Al-Sad. The Inquisition won't chase us into the den of their enemies.
Our research won't interest the Bridge Alliance, or at least I doubt it. But at least we'll be safe.
By entering Al-Sad as clandestines, you risk being taken for spies.
That would be better than being burned at the stake.
What about a chance of making
Did
an
you try
agreement?
speaking with the censors? You could forget what you have discovered, perhaps.
Oh, we have signed already an abjugation stating that we misunderstood the sacred texts of St. Lucius. We were even ready to say that we had never seen the true text, or anything else that would have pleased them.
It served no purpose. It's our lives they are after.
I see. Well, you have no other choice but to run and seek refuge in enemy territories.
I beg of you, please do not deliver us to them. Let us continue on this path.
Well, I could speak to the Bridge Alliance ambassador, but that won't work. So, they can go on their way.
I don't have the heart to deliver you to the Inquisition, but I cannot do much else to help you. Your smuggler is locked up. Maybe there are others in his band that can help you. Be careful and discreet, and you will survive.
Oh, thank you, sir. You are a just man. May the Illuminated protect you.
Thank you for having heard us and helped. You are truly full of kindness.
Now, Is there anything else in here? That'll take us out. Where no doubt. Ah. I'll say one thing. It might be a good idea for folks to look at taking lockpicking.
You have a kind heart, Greenblood. It'll be the end of you, but that doesn't bother me. I wouldn't have wanted those poor buggers to end up on a burning pyre.
It would seem that I'm not the only one with a tender heart.
Okay. Can't open that from in here. Probably a bad idea anyway. And they've vanished. Good. You go, folks. Get the hell away. No, we're going to stay here. You find an orc costume or some sleeping pills. Okay, neither of those things were there. Worn trico. Disguising ourselves as a Nord was part of the option, but not the path we've taken through the quest. It wouldn't surprise me to find out that we cannot do that now. The only alchemist we know is Alsaid, and he does not... No, he does like us. Okay, we're going to go back and talk to the Telemi ambassador. Prepare a drink laced with sleeping pills. Are we able to do this? Craftsmanship allows you to upgrade your weapons and armor. Problem being a sleeping potion, and we can't do it. Well, if we can't do it, then we get help from someone who might be able to. Might you have left something? Apparently not. Right, I'll say to help.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade.
We do not have that.
I need to be going.
As an
Goodbye,
option.
Excellency.
Goodbye, Lord de Sade.
Right. Let's go see what the Alliance, they're telling me, have to say for themselves. We'll finish this session with this.
Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
Report the escape of the heretics.
It pains me to inform you that the heretics you seek have fled.
Curse them! How could that possibly have happened?
Alas, these renegades have found protection with the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. I would not have been able to capture them without risking a diplomatic incident that my uncle would have condemned.
The bridge. I thought as much. Those heretics have turned to them. But I had hoped that you might intervene quickly enough to stop them. It is truly regrettable. We have nothing else to do but pray that the Luminous might shield us from their lies.
Oh, we've kept things intact.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, de Sade.
Okay, we have a skill point. Okay, we are going to leave it there. So I will just save my game. So thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel so you know when I go live in future, and leaving a comment if you have any comments you wish to make or questions you wish to ask. As I said before, I am a variety creator. I live stream 3 times a week to various platforms. I write blog articles and I produce other videos like this and other types of videos on YouTube. Please follow along at www.SilmarUK.net for more details on that. If you also want to get in touch with me, another way of doing it is on Twitter, and I am SilmarUK on Twitter as well. You can actually also find me on Instagram as SilmarUK. But thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all again soon for some more of Greedfall, when hopefully we will finish up in Serene and board the ship. Good day.